Namaskar. God and his avatars. Hindus believe that to restore goodness and bring back righteousness, Lord Vishnu has descended on earth 9 times. And each time his presence has been in various forms. Shall we take a look? The first form was Matsya, a giant fish. We know of scientific data suggesting that life first began in water. The presence of Matsya thus makes sense. This form was followed by Kurma, a giant sea turtle. This indicates the possibility of life both on land and in water. The third form was Varaha, a giant boar. A boar is a mammal. Mammals can give birth to other living beings. This indicates the expansion of life on earth. The next form was that of Narsimha, a fierce man-lion form. The half-man, half-animal presence indicated an evolution of living species. The fifth form is that of Vamana, a midget priest. This is indicative of the presence of early man on earth. The sixth form is that of Parshuram, an actual human. This is the true Homo sapien. Parshuram has a weapon, an axe. This tells us of the advancement of human species. Man had now begun using tools to hunt and for his survival. The seventh form is that of Lord Ram, the righteous king of Ayodhya. This tells us that because Ram was king, it means that humans were quite evolved now. There were cities, administration, and rules and even regulations to keep order in society. The eighth form is that of Lord Krishna, Arjun's best friend, and whom we often refer to as a playful and creative presence. This tells us that people had now begun exploring the cultural side of things. The ninth form is that of sage Gautam Buddha. His presence indicates that man was now seeking answers to the true meaning of life. Theory states that there are 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu, what we call as the Dashavatars. We're yet to feel the presence of a 10th Vishnu in our age. There's a theory suggesting the presence of 14 more avatars of Lord Vishnu. These include Lady Mohini, Dhanvantari, Krishna's brother Balram, and Sage Vyasa too. Experiencing the power of the higher force. If you'd like to feel closer to a higher presence like God, or the power you believe in, you're going to have to work a little bit on yourself. To experience it, one must have a pure heart. You might argue and say, sure, I do have a pure heart. But do you really? A pure heart is one which is far, far away from attachment. You know this concept of attachment? It's a really troublesome one. It breeds, or rather leads to us feeling angry or having fear about things. For instance, if you're really wanting something and something gets in the way, you get angry. If you have something you like, then losing it makes you experience fear because you keep thinking, what if it gets lost? What if it gets snatched away from you? Attachment, as you can see, can be quite a troubling feeling. But you can always give detachment a shot. As long as your spirit is right, things will work out for you. And it's also a bit about work, as we'll see now. Focus on the work, karma and akarma. Lord Krishna has simplified work for us. He's classified work into 3 major categories. First is action. Action or karma is the good work one is supposed to do. Even our Vedas recommend in indulging in karma. These actions leave a sense of feeling good within ourselves. Think of this as helping someone in need. Don't you feel good when you extend a helping hand to a friend who couldn't figure something out, or help them complete their work, or stepped in to assist them in time of need? The second type of action is forbidden action or Vikarma. The Vedas do not recommend you involve yourself with such forbidden action. Clearly, it's not supposed to be beneficial to you and might leave you feeling really bad about yourself. Think of these as the crimes people commit: stealing, hurting someone, breaking the rules, etc. This is something you should totally steer clear of. The third type of action is akarma or inaction. These are the actions you perform without attaching yourself to the result. You're performing them to please a higher authority like God if you believe in Him. These actions are actually good for your soul because they are pure in nature. Akarma is also known as Karma Yog, and we've seen this in the previous chapters. The outcome of actions. Lord Krishna tells Arjun that while performing actions, there is the possibility of experiencing success as well as failure. A coin has two sides, doesn't it? In the same way, our experiences may lead to happiness or sadness, victory or even defeat. It's not something you should be bothered about too much. Just like how night and day occur in partnership, so will our positive and negative experiences in life. Lord Krishna advises us to take things as they are. Accept these as what God or the creator of the universe would have wanted you to have. After all, everything is a learning exercise, isn't it? So what's the best possible way to deal with this? Well, you keep doing your duty and think of it as an offer to the creator of the universe. And as always, no feelings of attachment to the results. While you're exercising faith, remember that this is not all. Your faith needs to be backed up with hard work. You should be willing to sacrifice things to get closer to your goal. Say you want to be a sports person and represent your country on a global platform. To do this, you will need to be very disciplined. You will have to manage training, studying or working, socializing with friends, and so many other things in one go. On some days, you might have to sacrifice one activity because your training took longer than you expected. But guess what? All this hard work will certainly pay off. Dhanyavad.